back. This is Arrow, and I'm going to be trying a Let's Play of Sonic Drift 2 this evening. And we're going to see how this works out, because it's been a while since I've done this, and I'm on a new computer, so some of the software I need to make sure to get my final config set up. I'm going to move the mouse off the screen, and we're going to start now. This is your standard racing game, and it's opposite Mario Kart here. That should be about good for the sound. It's similar to Mario Kart in a lot of ways, is that you've got several different characters, 7 different characters. There's only 4 in a given race due to the tech limitations of the Game Gear. Purple's your easy Grand Prix, so we're going to start there. Now, we've got 7 characters. You've got Sonic, Tails, Amy Rose, Eggman, Metal Sonic, Fang, or Knack the Weasel, and Knuckles available to play. I personally cut my teeth on Tails and have never really been very good with a good number of the other characters, actually, so we're going to use him. You can choose to manually select your rivals or have the computer select them for you. Each rival has its own special ability, as do you, that you can use in exchange for rings, and they can be very critical to how the game plays out. Sonic and Metal Sonic get a speed boost, Tails gets a jump, Knuckles gets a jump, or if he's close he can punch people out. And the other 3 have projectile weapons that lay on the track and ensnare anyone who runs over them. For the heck of it, I'm just going to do auto and see how it compares. Alright, so we're up against Amy, Knuckles, and Eggman. So here's Emerald Hill 1. You get a boost, like a lot of racing games, you get a boost as soon as if you hit the button right as the last light comes on. Rings are collected, and it costs 2 rings to use your special ability, unless you're Metal Sonic, in which case it costs 3, but you get a faster speed boost. These little monitors are also used to run powers. Black is a mine, and so I can toss a mine, and yeah, it doesn't really run over them, so the only thing that causes is if I run over them, well, we'll see if it hits Knuckles. Nope, missed. So there's no use there. So, I can use the jump to get through the curve easily. Knuckles knocked me out. The AI tends to favor one character in each race set, and they'll usually do better than most of the others, and it pretty much ignores a second character. So in this race, for example, you can see that Knuckles and Amy are doing well, and AI is basically skipping Eggman. You automatically use monitors prior to using any rings, so gotta use them. Red is speed boost, yellow is jump, and blue is invincibility. Blue is, of course, the rarest and hardest to find. Monitors do not replenish over the course of a level, so that can cause another level of strategy if you want to use it right then and not have it later. I'm using the drift a lot, which is holding the brake button and using that to steer a little bit extra. First place! I win! And second place. Plays like a standard race. Winning or losing doesn't matter except in the number of points. 3 for a first, 2 for a second, 1 for a third, and nothing for a fourth. And most of the characters are pretty sore losers. So 3, 2, 1, go. Hilltop was a relatively interesting level. You've got these little hills you can use to ramp up over if you hit them dead on, otherwise they'll slow you down. The interface up above me, you can see a little mini-map. To the left of it, you've got my character, the number of rings, and a monitor if I'm carrying one. To the right, you've got the top AI competitor. You've got my position in the race, which is first right now, and the amount of power my engine is putting out, which really isn't that useful in a lot of cases. But that's the best they give you. So, whee! Some of these levels like this, like for example this hilltop, aren't a circle, and instead they loop around a little bit, and you never cross over the same area twice. There's various levels that do that. Yay! Hit him with a mine. There we go. The AI, if you're not watching, will just ramp right over mines without getting hit, which is kind of cheap, really, but can't do much about it. Speed boost. Speed up. Alrighty. minutes, so I can do at least one more race. I realize now that my fan is on and I probably should have turned it off, but we'll find out if it works. Go! Dark Valley has winds that'll blow you from side to side as the level progresses. There's also no sides, so you can fall right off. And obviously that takes a lot of time out. So you can see me kind of drifting a bit to the left or the right at various areas as the wind tries to blow me to the side. So yeah, you fall off the side right there and it's going to slow you down a bit. Lap 1 completed. Yeah, and there's chunks of the track missing too, which is obviously inconvenient. So, boing. So, Amy's getting the short end of the stick in this level. There. If you make a character run into the back of you, if they rear end you, they basically stop dead and slow down, and it's a great way to actually take people out of the race. Because as this race goes, as this game goes, the AI is always in the same spot on the map relative, so they're always on the left or the right. The stars cause a flash, which slows everyone else down. Now, I didn't use the invincibility earlier because there were a couple springs, and if you hit a spring while you're invincible, the invincibility is cancelled, which makes it kind of useless, really. Now we'll use it. Can't touch this. Ouch. And as you can see, that probably cost me my first place because it takes me a while to get back onto the course. We'll see. Nope, that's the end of my first place. So I'll still win, probably. It just cost me. I go to second place here. So Knuckles gets to win, but I'm still in first place because I've got the most points. So he's not a threat to me yet. Casino Night's a fun one. Casino Night's a very fun one. It includes little R's that reverse your controls for a bit, which is kind of disorienting, or a lot. Great music, though. Well, at least that one's out of the way now. Get out of my way, Knuckles. I don't want to see you again. Eggman's taking the lead here. It's actually useful if the AI keeps mixing up who it's preferring in a given level, because even if they beat you, it splits the points up so many different ways that you can usually still win even if you only take second place. However, in the final Grand Prix, the white, you want to get all first places so you can go to a final battle with your arch rival, which is Robotnik if you're any of the good characters, and Sonic if you're any of the evil characters. I should have noted it earlier, but when you use a jump, you automatically go to 100% acceleration, so it's great from recovering from a stop. Alright, and I get a first place again. We are now at 9 minutes on this video, and I have insufficient time to complete another one, so I'm going to cut this off here and complete the other one in just a sec. Alright, see you in just a minute, saving the save state right here, save state, and see you in a minute.